I now call Mr. Carl Stokes, please.
After a tragedy like Grenfell, it's hard to think the tower even had a fire risk assessor.
I swear by Almighty God.
But that was Carl Stokes' job, and he admitted to the inquiry he never had any training in checking cladding on residential buildings.
Did it cover external facades?
On residential buildings?
Yes.
I would have thought not,
Why is that?
because residential buildings, the external facade's not covered in the fire safety order.
72 people died at Grenfell in a building that's been described as a death trap. The hearing heard how Mr. Stokes exaggerated his experience in doing fire risk assessments on buildings.
So the statement, I have experience of undertaking risk assessments of the common parts of high-rise residential tower blocks, was incorrect.
You are correct. I undertook audits of those buildings.
Yeah. So why did you say, I have experience of undertaking risk assessments when that was incorrect?
Looking at it in hindsight and the way you've just explained it, I agree with what you're saying.
The inquiry also looked at Mr. Stokes' CV. Some qualifications he said he had were missing, and he even invented some scientific letters after his name called postnominals.
You must have known at the time that these postnominals had either come out of your own head or because they didn't exist, or were thoroughly misleading truncations of the fact that you'd done courses but hadn't actually obtained qualifications. Do you accept that?
Yes.
And that also had the potential to mislead clients as to the level of your experience. You accept that?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Stokes' evidence is scheduled for another 2 more days, among the longest appearances at the hearing of any witness. Rags Martel, ITV News, at the Grenfell Inquiry.
That you exaggerated your experience as a fire risk assessor.